and just not even doing a topping or a fimming or really doing any high stress training techniques where you're damaging the plant at all. You can just do what's called low stress training, right? Just bending the branches down. Can you talk to us about low stress training, what that is, and maybe how you go about doing it?
Well, I use low stress training as like I said, a second or a third technique. I've already done several. I've already broken the main stalk. You start off right at the bottom of the plant. And people wonder when you do this. I don't do it when it's early or young. I usually do it. I used to do it a lot, but I found one or two really good treatments at the right time is the best thing. So, like a week or so before flowering is really all you need. You start at the bottom and you, in opposite directions, if you stabilize the plant, you'll hear a snap. Sometimes it's pretty darn loud. And if you let go, the plant's not going anywhere. You've just broken the inner herd. And then you work your way up every inch or so and break, and every branch, you do that like that, and you create these really nice knuckles that make the plant stand on its own. And also you're increasing the capillary action inside the plant for its ability to take up water and nutrients. And so I start with that. And then as the plant progresses and I have these branches that are outgrowing, even after I do the topping at just the right time, you're still going to have, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, whatever your vegging is. I only like to do 2 or 3 weeks usually. You're going to have a couple of branches. So as I'm going back for my weekly super cropping, Kushman Cairo treatment, that's when I'll do where I massage it and I bend it over and then crack it right where I want it. So I'll look at the plant from above and I'll find a spot where that branch, if I bend it over, is going to take an open spot, and I bend it there. And then finally, when the plants are kind of like their shape is all good and I'm like a week into flowering or maybe 2 weeks into flowering and I see what's going on, now I'll use a passive technique to just finish off where I want everything. And that could be by putting a stake in at an angle and then pulling this branch over to the stake and just clipping it to it so that now there's room in between the branches. So you're opening up the center of the plant. Or simply taking a branch that I've already without a stake and just finding a node where you can attach a sling and then just putting a hole in the top of the bucket and then pulling that out slightly and securing it to the rim of the pot. And so now that's a good way of opening up. So those are passive ways where you're not damaging or wounding the plant. You're just moving things to make the absorption of light more ideal and the actual physical structure of the plant so that you're filling in spaces and taking advantage of opening up the plants so that your secondary and all the lower internodes get light. An even canopy is a grower's best friend.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowIt15 to save on any of their products.